Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. It is Markets in the Morning. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the blockchain backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. Welcome to Markets in the Morning. Today is Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. This is Markets in the Morning, where we take a look at the price action of the cryptocurrency market, including the Bitcoin price chart, the altcoin market, the XRP price chart, everything, as we got a nice day of green over here in crypto. Of course, we're here to take a look at the stock market as it gets set to open in the next minute. So we'll catch that live as the stock market opens to give us an idea of how the day is going to go and progress on this beautiful Wednesday. And of course, we'll take a look over there at the US dollar currency index. We'll look at precious metals like gold and silver. And then we'll take a peek over there at any type of financial news that is going on in the world as we get ready to kick off our day. And we'll take a look at over at any type of crypto news. But of course, it is Wednesday, my dudes. We like to have a really good time here on the channel on Wednesdays. It's also the last day here on the channel before Christmas break for me. But hey, happy Wednesday, everybody.
It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday, my
Kind of a nice Wednesday. It's like a Friday Wednesday for me over here. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, look at that. Kicking off the day, $44,000 Bitcoin over here and a sea of green over there on the right side of the screen. What a lovely morning to get off. There we go. Every single thing over there is green as we kick off the day to get the ball rolling. So where do we start? Okay, today it is the last day before Christmas break for me. I'm very excited for Christmas break. It's bittersweet. I have already recorded like an 8-minute video that I'll release today. Just kind of recapping, this was a good year, you guys. And I know sometimes it's hard to see that because we want to think of like markets going straight lines up and up and up and up. But here is, there's the start of the new year. That's the end of 2022 right there. That is all of 2023, right? We ended 2022 right back on the peak of 2017 and 18 over here. And this has been our 2023. We had that desert crossing, that cruel summer that took place in there. But look where we're getting to kind of wrap 2023 up with a little bit of optimism over here. And of course, we got that stock market pushing the all-time highs. Look, you got Bitcoin above $44,000. A little bit of nice gratitude kind of going into the end of the year and going into the holidays as we get ready to take a break from the charts. At least I was thinking about it. The next time I come back will actually be Wednesday. So we will be frogging it up the day I get back. So it's kind of nice. Goodbye with the frog. Welcome back with the frog. But there you go, guys. We'll go ahead and jump into this and I'll stop rambling for a little while. But I will be off starting tomorrow through next Tuesday, and I'll be returning next Wednesday. I will have a video released this morning, just a quick one, and then I will have a Twitter Spaces today in about 2.5 hours from right now with those guys over from Ginfinity. So you can catch that today too. All right, Bitcoin, $44,000 to kick off the day. A sea of green over there in the market. Not much to say there. The stock market opening to the downside, I believe, today. So down, Dow Jones down 73 points, S&P down 10 points, NASDAQ down 41. So the stock market's down about 0.25%. Looking over there, you got the leaders of the day being Google, Coinbase, and Nvidia. Losers of the day being Roblox, ARK, and Tesla. Looking over there at the US dollar currency index, DXY in the red here to start off the morning. Oh, no, it's slightly in the green. So I guess it bounced up here a little bit last night. But there you go. 102.22, and then gold sitting at $2,034. So gold is down about $5 or $6 today, whereas silver is up about 19 cents. So silver's having a better day while gold's having a pullback day to get the day going. XRP still waddling around in its range with a world of chaos, but no trending emerging in here just yet. Waiting on the day to arrive for this thing to get moving. I won't spend too much time on that until we finally get some price action to break from the range. Otherwise, it's a good start here for Bitcoin at $44,000. Stock market down a little bit. Looking over there at the altcoin market, we're just living the dream, living the dream. I was running the math, man, and just, I saw somebody post in the chat earlier saying, hoping for a big 50% sell-off so I can double my bags. And I understand that. And sell-offs will eventually come. But it's just, for the last year and a half, we've had so much time to accumulate. And, during those times, you always, you look back on it and reflect back on like, man, what would it have been like to be buying down here in 2015? And just knowing like it, I remember saying to myself a lot during this whole time when I was buying here in 2018 or 2019 and 2020, saying this must have been what it was like back here in 2015 and 16 to be buying down in here. It's just trashy. And then now we got quite a big taste of it, even in here. And now we're pulling our way out, and that we've had kind of all the time. And it always feels like trash when you're a buyer and when you're buying at the right time. And it'll always feel like trash when you're selling at the right time too, because the world will tell you it is the opposite. But boy, I'm just grateful that this has been how this year has played out so far. Of course, it was a long period of just sideways trash. The cruel summer, right? And this is what we expected. Maybe went on a little bit longer than even kind of hoped. But fortunately, as we end up 2023, this is where we get to conclude ourselves at as we go into the holidays. And again, I'll see you guys again before the end of the year. But I was thinking about it. I do not believe I have ever taken 6 days off in a row. I do not think it has ever happened. I'm just glad it's happening like this. I'm glad it's happening as we're going into more green to keep it going. So there you have it. You got a $44,100 Bitcoin. You got the altcoin market moving in the right direction. There's a green galore over here on the right side of the screen to start the day off. The only thing kind of struggling is the stock market, but it's doing slightly better than it did as it opened. It looks like down. It was about 0.25% on each index. They're a little bit improved. And like we said yesterday when the market opened, that things could change drastically just throughout the day, because that's kind of what it's been. It's kind of been like out the gates as the day starts. It's been kind of like sluggish out the gates. And then by the time the day was done, we've seen these days just keep on cranking. And the Dow even closed up 250 points. I think by the time we finished markets in the morning yesterday, it was up only 50 points, ended up 250 by the time the day was done. So not to be fooled by this. There will be more action here in the market. So we've noticed the mornings have not been a very strong representation of what the rest of the day will end up being. But looking around, not a whole lot to say has changed outside of the bigger trends, right? Today, just, the last couple of weeks, we start the week off kind of rough, right? That's kind of what we had happen in here, right? There was Monday. We came into markets in the morning. Then it reclaims it all by the end of the day. So by the time we get back the next day, we see red again in markets in the morning. And it's like, well, you do know that like we took everything back and we flipped green by the end of the day, right? And then now we get to like move our way up. So, and that was the same story for the preceding Monday. Preceding, is that a word? The Monday prior to that Mondays have been rough, and then the rest of the weeks have been going strong. So, just keeping on marching, moving our way up to get more towards resistance levels. I don't think we really have big resistance levels here. Waiting to get to those to see more reactions come out of there. And with Bitcoin at 44K, what a way to go into the holiday. So I won't ramble too much in here. I don't think there's much to say that we haven't beat on throughout the week. If anything, it seems like the market is what we did notice, like with rate cuts, we had noticed them kind of shifting up, like the market was getting a little more conservative with the rate cuts, but now it's getting more aggressive with them again in the market's expectations on when we'll have them. If it says, they totally believe we will. So, all right, there we go. Oh my gosh, Pat just dropped a 50 bomber. of memberships. Pat, thank you, sir. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, there you go, guys. A nice, beautiful green day in crypto, matching along with just the trend of what we've been doing. It's kind of been like this the last couple of weeks. Monday starts off rough, and then the rest of the week is kind of continuing to push itself along. And that just seems to be what we're getting here today in the market. Bitcoin at $44,000. Altcoin market's super green over there. And I will take this as the perfect way for me to sign off to get ready for the holiday break. Sure. I'm definitely excited. There's a little bit of bittersweetness of going into holiday break because I have never taken 6 days off. There's become this big community aspect of markets in the morning. Markets in the morning, I don't know what the longest break we've ever had on markets in the morning is. So part of it is like I feel bad because this is the place people hang out at every morning, but I definitely have to take the break. And one thing that was real interesting here in these last 2 weeks that has messed with me a little bit, and hopefully we can correct this behavior over the course of the next 6 days. And that led to kind of a little bit extra exhaustion here in the morning. Coming into markets in the morning has been, my son has been getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day. And he has just been a handful every morning. So normally I have my very specific routine before I get on here. But my son has just been, getting out of his bed at 5 o'clock. And like he comes down and he wants to talk to me. And like, I love him. I get it. But like, I'm a routine guy too. And that has messed with my morning routine. So I look forward to correcting that behavior on the break too. I don't know why I told you that. That's what's going on with me. My fish are doing well. I'm trying to get back into the drums after the drum being fixed. And I'm really just looking forward to turning my brain off for a couple of days. Dude, let us go. So, all right, that's what we got. I have a video already recorded and edited for you guys. I'll have it 30 minutes after the Markets in the Morning is done. That'll be released. I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and I do understand that everybody celebrates Christmas, so happy holidays to everybody else. I hope you have a chance to reset your brain. Fortunately, we get to go into resetting our brains on just taking a moment of appreciation to say, this was 2023, polar opposite of 2022. So thank goodness for that. We'll take it. So kicking off the day, Bitcoin 44,000, altcoin market severely green. Stock market struggling a little bit here right out the gates, but looks like the S&P and the NASDAQ are already on the path to improvement as the day gets going. And we've got more green over here, Coinbase, Google, and NVIDIA leading the day over here in the stock market. So hip hip hooray, green day for you in May. I'm done. I'm on Christmas break, if you can't tell. All right. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Chris M says, hey, BCB, where do you think we are in the macro wave count for Bitcoin? I'm trying to place it, but I'm stumped. Do waves act differently after a crashing structure? Have a great holiday and Merry Christmas, right? Right. So if you're trying to count too many waves on Bitcoin, and if it's only going into a retracement, you might struggle finding that. So that's something, I don't think it's anything we have to drastically worry about over the course of the next 6 days. I don't think the top is quite in for Bitcoin just yet. But there's things that I'm going to be looking for to really I have a scenario drawn out that I haven't presented on the channel yet that I think is the likely retracement scenario. And so things to watch for during the Christmas break, because I'm not going to come on here and it doesn't matter what these price actions do, guys. If this thing fires off into oblivion, if this thing pulls straight back down, if this thing just runs flat for 6 days, I'm off. There's not going to be videos. Things to keep an eye on a scenario of topping. So like I put out a video Monday, you guys have seen it here in Markets in the Morning multiple times. You've seen distribution already beginning for wallets with greater than 10 Bitcoin. If we are in an actual distribution structure, common ways these play out in here is we still have one more push up and then suddenly we flash right back down to $35,000. If we flash back down to $35,000, that is the beginning of the distribution. And the first half of distribution was just completed there. And then keeping the eyes out for it to go up and then pull back. And then that would be the end of it. So trying to count a tremendous amount of waves in here may prove to be more difficult than, if you're trying to like do a bull wave count, if you're trying to do a bull market wave count, this could very well be the front half of distribution, similar to this front half right in here, in which there would be one more push. And then just keep your eyes out. If there becomes a pullback in Bitcoin to $35,000, then we could be creating the distribution in there. But we need more price action for something like that to prove itself. And so when we come back next Wednesday, if we've had something crazy like that, then we can say, hey, look, all right, let's go back. I didn't really elaborate about that thing I talked about on Markets in the Morning last week, but let's kind of go into that a little bit more. So, from an Elliott wave count, that's your question. If you're trying to Elliott wave count yourself into a new all-time high, I don't have it. Like I've mentioned it many times. Like I just can't see it. I know everybody wants all-time highs and they want to go with 4-year cycles and block reward halvings and everything like that. I just don't see it. I can't create it for Bitcoin. So I'm trying to have all the things in my head of what things am I going to look for? I'm looking for, is there going to be some whack back down to 30 to 32? Is this thing just creeping on like it did back in 2020? And what would be the first sign for me to say, hey, that stuff we talked about with retracements the whole time? And we just did it. We just did it right on the money. So that's, either way, in the scenario that I have, in the event that we do get something like this definitely still aligns with everything I put out on Monday's video, with the altcoin market roaring into this, where you have like the situation like this over here in the NDXT and over there in the Dow Jones, while they're trying to get to the 4.236 extension. We have unwavering hype, unwavering euphoria. And, we sit here and we say, oh, well, we've learned our lessons from the last time this happened. Baloney. No way. The market never learns its lessons, ever. It never, ever, ever learns its lessons, ever. So we would look for those things. We'd look for unwavering mockery of bears, right? Where the bulls are so confident that they just mock the bears to their core. Like, ha ha ha! How dare you dummy. Don't you know how bullish we are? As we're up here. But what that would also mean, like when you imagine the mockery of the bears and the euphoria and the excitement, there probably would be euphoria and excitement. There would be some stuff that is rocking. And so in a situation like this, I would imagine to see the altcoins surely surging into a moment like this. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Yeah, but I don't have an Elliott wave count for us to go into new all-time highs. I can't find it. I can't make it happen. I just can't. I still roll with my stuff of and again, like this thing hasn't broken, right? It's like, really, we're just gonna go against this and say something different? I mean, right? I mean, it's very clear as day. Like, same thing. Stock market all-time high. Stock market all-time high. This is all still going along with itself, all beautifully and all nice and stuff like that. But there's a lot of things I'm watching for, and I'm watching for surprises, right? And so, and whether or not they truly are actual surprises that end up happening. So, yeah. But I mean, we're going into the holidays, dude. It's like super mega green. Everything is beautiful. Everything is wonderful. Others is trying to crack through that $200 billion, and hopefully we get that in the next day or two. All right. Jonas Fugalis says, BCB, I wish you and your family a Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Jonas. Merry Christmas to you. Duwara Consciousness Foundation says, Merry Christmas, mate. Love you from sunny San Diego. Thank you very much, Duwara. San Diego, where it's 68 degrees, 365 days out of the year. Thank you. Rydia Spring member, new months, new member. Welcome. Oscar Hernandez with all the Froggy Frogs. Thank you very much. Lasse Henson, new member. Welcome. Wigmapool 182 member for 15 months. I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and a green God candle New Year. Yeah, dear goodness. I mean, it's crazy, right? Like I go through all this stuff and, I mean it when I say on the Monday video that like if there's a chance for like a 3 to 4 month gap, we're entering it. We're definitely entering it. Not so special Dingus Guppy says, "Happy holidays, mate. Have a great time with your family. Enjoy the break, and thank you for everything you do. Love you." Thank you very much, and of course, I love your name. Joseph Wiley, Feliz Navidad, Senor BCB. What are your thoughts on charts like Matic that have already hit retracement levels and pulled back? Yeah, those are difficult ones because we need to see anything that has gotten to those April levels, right? The April of 2022, which is Matic is one of them, right? Chainlink is one of them. Litecoin, XRP, Dogecoin. Who else? Just anybody getting to that April level, right? The market has yet to prove it's possible to get out of there. Even Bitcoin. April of 2022, yet to prove to get out of here yet. So we need to see some assets prove it first, right? Somebody needs to break through. And I'm not talking about some random dingus coin that you guys in a Discord all pump and dumped. We're talking, serious top market cap stuff, being able to break through those levels. Of course, Joseph, that wasn't what targeted at you. I don't know if you're in a Discord. I ramble sometimes. The Fonts. Hey, PCB, thanks for everything you do. I know you said you own H-Bar. What price do you plan to take profit at? Thanks. You're wanting a price call. I'm going to wait till the market gives us more. So I'm paying attention to the market cap. The market cap gets to a 702 retracement. It gets to the April levels in like 100% from where it's at right now. I'll watch what the rest of the market is doing at the time. It's just simple stuff, right? I mean, like, essentially, it's whether or not things have to be pulled early, which I suspect they will have to be pulled early for a lot of different things, right? Whenever we have confluence of the Dow at extensions, others, Total 3, Bitcoin, everybody's all at these same places. It's like, okay, there it is. Like there's the confluence of everything of where this is historically marked the top. Well, no matter where your altcoin is or whatever it is you're in love with, where it's at right now, this is historically the point where they top. Now, if some coins go firing off into oblivion, that's very clear, right? I'm going to hit extensions and take things out as they get to extensions. But your question is pretty much hey, give me a trade call, tell me where to sell, and the conditions could be different at that time. So it is going to be a waiting game. You know how to do fibs. You pick your fibs, right? Which one do you think they're going to stop at, right? But there's nothing in this market for screaming for me right now that I need to be really concerned about it. If there's more things happening in here, such as this guy getting up here, Bitcoin's at like $50,200 or $51,000 or something like that. And let's say others is like pinpoint nailing the 702 retracement. And those three events are happening all at the same time. It doesn't matter what H-bar is at that time. Some of it's getting cut. Either H-bar is broken out and done some magical bull run on its own, or it doesn't matter where it's at. That moment mattered. And then Pat, thank you, the Fonz. Pat, of course, gifted 50. Just Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you, Pat. Mike, regardless of reasons, XRP has underperformed the past few years. Why confidence? Why is it still your largest holding? Well, it's still up, right? And it's not like it's doing terrible as of this year, right? I would say there are things that are concerning, and there are things that need to be worked on as a community focus. One example of some of the problems with XRP. Ready, guys? We're talking about NFTs totally flopped on XRP only. You wonder how strange that is, right? And that tells me that, you know, when you look at development data on XRP, that we could go look at the screener and we could go try to find development activity on XRP. It's not going to be anywhere near the top because developers aren't working on it increasingly either. There is development activity on XRP, but there's not a lot of people working on it. And so the culture of XRP has really become this latching on to conspiracies rather than on actual utility, and creating quantum financial system pegged to gold, all the money, buy some Ripple IPO, and that's going to send the XRP price to the moon. It's become all these different other narratives, and that is something that is concerning, right? When you try to do like a risk analysis on everything, what is a problem with XRP? It's that for some reason developers don't want to develop on XRP. So in 2024, as a community, if you are in the XRP community, there should be a large push collectively as a community to focusing on solving the problems of why is there a lack of interest of developing on XRP? Where are the roadblocks? Where are the problems? And how can that be improved? And I think that, like, I went into this year with having like projects that I wanted to focus on. And I think that's going to be a project that I work on, or a movement I work on, is trying to help that, right? As for XRP in its current state, right, you have to have a large community, right? Do you have a large community? Definitely. You're the only one with regulatory clarity, right? So you have regulatory clarity while there's all this worriness about Elizabeth Warren stuff, right? We have regulatory clarity, practically untouchable at this point. So that's something different. There's a huge community around it, and that there's regulatory clarity around it. But I would say the weaknesses with XRP, and we have to address that in reality of it, is so much dependence on conspiracies and made up narratives, and that we really need to start focusing way more on actual development and where are the roadblocks there. And so in 2024, that's going to be my big thing. But I don't mind having 35% of my portfolio in XRP. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm very spread through high development activity. And one of those positive things as well is if you've had the chance to go through here and read through all of this stuff and go through the last newsletter, some of the things we focused on were percentage drawdowns. How did things perform during bear markets? How did things perform during bull markets? Or how did things perform in the following bull market based on how they performed during the bear market and the percentage drawdowns that they had? And there was a crazy analysis done. Like if a coin pulled down less than 91%, like it had like a 65% chance of going into an all-time high. If it pulled down maybe it was less than 94%. Like if it pulled down less than 94%, it had like a 65%. I can't remember the exact number. But then once you got into like if the 96% level of a pull down, it got way worse. And then once you got like above 96%, like the probability was like 3%, 3 or 6% chance that you're going to go into an all-time high. And once you got above 98%, the probability, it was zero. There was none. From the top 100, once you got above there. And so a lot of this analysis takes a look at, okay, well, let's go look at the ones from the top 100 that had the literal shallowest drawdowns during the bear and how that collective group did, right? So while XRP doesn't hit the banger of being super high development activity, there is active development activity on it, which we brought Santiment onto the channel recently. And they were saying, look, if there's active development on it, it's a good sign. What you need to be worried about is stuff that has no development on it, right? And we can go look at things like, let's go here. developer report, right? We can see XRP developers year over year, 5% to the positive, right? Developers, total developers, plus 18% year over year. This is better than the market, right? Plus 5% for full-time devs, plus 18% for total devs. Look at the market. Full-time devs, the average is negative 24. The average in total is negative 28. So to even be in the positive is actually rare because the vast majority of the market is clearly in the red. So there is some development like focus, but what you should clearly see in some of the roadblocks that need to be knocked down here is the sheer size of XRP. Where is it ranked? Like 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there, right? By market cap, right? But look at the number of developers. Look where you are. Ethereum, Polkadot, Cosmos, Bitcoin, Solana, Polygon, Kusama. Okay. Where are we? Way down here. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. So there's clearly a roadblock in there that deters developers from wanting to develop. Now let's go by here. Let's go by total actual developers. Where are we? Way down here. Does that make sense to be ranked number 3 or number 4, number 5 by market cap and be way down here? No. So moving into 2024, the thing that but don't get me wrong, right? Commits, active developers, right? You got the stuff. We got the stuff going on here. Things are okay. There is active development. It's not an abandoned chain, and that's what you cannot have. You have an abandoned chain, you better run for the hills. So there's definitely no abandonment here. And there is active developer growth, but we need more. We need more interest. And so my hope is in 2024, we can shift away from conspiracy theories. We can shift away from all that and focus on the things that mattered. Because I'm a math guy. That's what I care about. So XRP, what do you have? You do match the criteria for percentage drawdowns out of the top 100 during the top 10. So that really mattered in the last bull run. 2, you do have active growth, developer growth, which is positive. However, I'd say it's a little weak. Probably needs more. It's going in the right direction, but needs more. And 3, you have regulatory clarity. So it's not a lost cause. And 4, you have like the biggest community in the world. I'm sorry, like, okay, Bitcoiners, they could say what they want. Look how many people watched John Deaton's thing yesterday. I mean, you got to just, I almost said a cuss word. You got a lot of people in that community. And that's what you need. If you have a loud voice, you practically have loud marketing. I mean, you have that when you have a large group. So all we need are things that are exciting. And we need to break down barriers that make it difficult for other ecosystems or other developers wanting to come over here. So in 2024, that's going to be my focus for them. But yeah, no problem with XRP. Oh, and inflation. We didn't talk about inflation, right? So XRP's inflation rate is 7%. We've gone through all the inflation rates from 2018 through 2020, and that does land in your perfect sweet spot. For those who hear, Ripple's dumping on you, 7% is the annual supply increase in inflation on XRP. I've gone through, I've done all the work for you guys over there on Substack and shown you all of the coins, all of their inflation rates, and where XRP resides in them. It is totally baloney that is any type of concern. So all the metrics of it are fine with the only regulatory clarity. I don't mind jamming money in there. But I'm not blind to my investment to say these are the weaknesses I think that it has. And I think the biggest weakness it has that I see on paper and I just see from statistics is the number of developers, and that why is there a roadblock there? Why is there something hampering people there? And you should ask that about anything that you own, right? Why is development activity going down on anything? Like if you own something, or why are developers abandoning this thing that I have? That should be important for everybody. So, XRP checks all the boxes. From percentage drawdowns, there is developer activity, the inflation rate is fine, and it has regulatory clarity. But where's the weakness in it? I would say just the number of developers. For some reason, there's something hampering developers from wanting to come develop on the chain, or a lot of them, and that's going to be the thing we try to solve in 2024. So. Skeleton says, is there any updates on the sell-off we used to see on XRP on Mondays? Is that still going on or no? I don't think it is. So this is Bitstamp. Let's put us on the daily. So there you go, right? This was all that stuff. Right? It was after the SEC victory, it really kind of stopped. Look at all that. How consistent it always was. Yeah, we would see it on Mondays here, right? There was a long period where we had it on Fridays. Right? You could see it here. There's just that extra spike coming in on the last day of the week. And then it shifted here to Mondays. And you see it on Mondays. Then it became more equally spread leading up to the lawsuit concluding. And then when the lawsuit concluded, the whole Monday through Friday stuff stopped. So I don't know. I do not know the answer. Never did. Always perplexed, just like everybody else. Deladova. Okay. Yeah, I can't do like political stuff, guys. All right. Crypto Student 99. What is the reverse repo market fund looking like currently? I appreciate all your work and data sharing. Merry Christmas to you and your family. It's just down. Boy, look at all that. Wow. It's from something we did. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's what we were explaining. Would you rather buy treasuries or would you rather buy other stuff? Yeah. Yeah, down. Right? So another thing to think about too, like people didn't get it, right? So like, of course they all get it now. It's just how the market works, right? How long we talked about this. They finally start seeing it here. Oh, look at the reverse repo. It's down. Oh my gosh. But it's mostly drained. It's mostly drained now. So they're noticing it now near the end. In that this thing has now drained $1.75 trillion with 0.75 trillion remaining. So this is money, liquidity that can flow into the market, right? So we've already taken most of it. There's not a whole lot left of it remaining. So what if, right? What if it just has to take this much more coming back in? That's what gives you just enough juice to get up here. And then the reverse repo is drained and there's no more money to come in. So where else is the money coming from? You ain't getting stimulus checks. You ain't getting paid more to stay home and work and not have to work. Right? You don't have all this excess money that you had in 2021. Where's it all coming from? It's just like there's even like this overhanging bearish divergence amongst us as a society into this thing, which is fascinating. But yeah. 'Tis how we knew. Ladies and gentlemen, followers of this channel, we knew. We knew dang well. You want 12K? You can't have 12K. Until one day, maybe. Maybe one day when this thing finally, retrace is complete and it hits the fan. But not today. You couldn't have it in 2022 or 2023. You could not have it. That's why. I was having a text with Eric today, a message with Eric today, and I was telling him, you guys know I've been spicy towards the 12Kers the whole time because they could never answer why they thought 12K would happen. They were just going with the herd. They had no legitimate justifications for why they could have 12K. And then sometimes people will say, but why do you give the 12Kers such a hard time if you think we could go into retraces and then go down to 2K? I mean, that means you have to go to 12K. Exactly. But that's far different what 12Kers wanted. 12Kers wanted 12K from here. And they thought, and I said it over and over again, 12Kers were bulls on Bitcoin. They were mega bulls on Bitcoin. They just wanted to buy it cheaper. If this thing goes to 2K and it goes through 12, that's just because it's dead. It's just dead. Yeah. Merry Christmas. But yeah, okay. Reverse repo still crumbling, crashing to the ground as the money floods out of the Fed and floods into other markets. And as we all know, it was the opening of the reverse repo that was the timing of when Bitcoin reversed. And it was the money leaving the reverse repo that marked the reversal of Bitcoin. And as this thing continued falling and falling and falling, price just continues rising and rising and rising. But we keep our eyes on it, on where it's at, right? We know that we've gone from 2.55 trillion. We're all the way down to 0.77 trillion. So that means the vast majority of the repo facility has been drained at this point. So here we go. What a beautiful day, guys. What a beautiful, beautiful green day. Irish Red Crypto, wondering with Dot, will you unload some at the 702 or will you hold it until 4.236? What percent will you personally be selling if you don't mind sharing? Happy Christmas from Ireland. Thank you very much for the super chat. I think I missed one. Hold on, I'll have to go back to that one. Irish Red Crypto, probably. I mean, I'll probably sell some. The goal of me showing you how to do all this stuff, guys, is not for you to like blindly follow me. It is literally just to teach you, put it in your hands. There are a million YouTubers out there who will go buy pump and dump coins and tell you when to buy and when to sell, and you'll just get wrecked. The point of this is just me to teach you all this stuff, show you this stuff. You see how markets react. There's a percentage chance that markets will react this way or that way at these particular levels. Make your best bet, right? It's not to blindly follow me. And I tell you guys when I do stuff, but of course it opens me up to criticism. There's always going to be jerks out there who are there to criticize. But when we get to the retracement levels, I'll look for confluences of everything in the market at the time. But there's certainly a time to be concerned when you get back to the retraces. What percentage I do, who cares, right? Do it yourself, man. Figure out what's right for you. Because what is right for everybody else is not right for me. And what's right for me is not for everybody else. Some people are emotionally off the rocker. I mean, that's reality. We know that. We know some people are emotionally nuts. Some people are ice cold and have no emotions, right? And for each of those two different people, it's going to be totally different on how they can handle anything. Are you the type of person where you sell something, then you second guess it and you buy it right back? Are you the type of person who buys something, it goes down 1%, and then you sell it again, and then it goes up and you buy it right back again? Like, if you're emotionally all of this, you have to figure out what numbers work for you personally. Not everybody's percentages work out well for anybody else. Look, I've gotten rid of 50% of my Bitcoin. If Bitcoin shoots up to $500,000, do you think I'm going to care? I don't give two rats, man, at all. So it's I know that about me, right? I know I'm good. But for other people, they don't. They aren't good. And so it's just about figuring out what's right for each person. Mr. Nerdaby, will you be playing reruns of the best of the markets in the morning over Christmas break? We'll miss you. Have a Merry Christmas. How's Vinny the elf? Vinny is doing good. Vinny is sitting in the Christmas tree right now with his friend Snowflake the dog. They are in the actual Christmas tree right now. That's pretty fun. Playing reruns of the best of markets in the morning over Christmas break. That would be fun to see highlights, blooper highlights of markets in the morning or things like that. But no, I will enjoy not listening to my voice. People want the frog. Shut up, BCB. We tuned in for the dang frog, and you just keep yapping. Yeah, no, I'm excited to not hear my own voice for 6 days. To not hear it on a computer. You know how some people, imagine that, right? How you have to get used to that. You know how when you're like watching a video of yourself and you hear yourself talk in that video and you're like, oh, I hate the way my voice sounds. It sounds horrible. And you like hate hearing yourself. I hear myself every day. Every day. Like, yeah, look at it. Listen to this. Dang it. All right. Y'all, you guys want the frog. I'll shut up.
It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday, my dude. It is Wednesday,
Okay. DJ Bracker, bring it on. Okay. Well, I think this has just turned into goofball stuff at this point. Let me get through these super chats and we'll start. Bro, my 20-month-old, dude here says, bro, my 20-month-old, all of a sudden at 5:45 I am blowing up my only time to go to the gym. Enjoy your break and thanks for everything. Yeah. Dude, I feel you, man. I feel you. It's annoying. So we're gonna have to find some strat. You know, my son doesn't respond well to he doesn't respond well to yelling. Not that he gets his feelings hurt. He just laughs at you. like he does not care. You can put him in timeout. It doesn't change the behavior in any way. He responds the best to reward systems and surprises. So I think we have to create some type of reward system where you stay in your bed every day for all week. You get a big surprise. So I think that's what we're going to have to start this week. But I feel yeah. This has been going on for about 2 weeks now. Irish Red Crypto, member for 6 months. Happy Christmas, everybody. Thank you, Irish Red. Robert Barker, hi BCB, no crypto, just wishing you and your family a happy Christmas. And to the Markets in the Morning community, fingers crossed for a great 2024. Thank you very much, Robert. Happy Christmas, everybody. Texas Takeover says, hip hip hooray, Green Day for you in May. You got that. Thank you, sir. JB Estrada, member for 2 months. BCB, are we in wave 5 of a super cycle in the Dow Jones? Also, what is a super cycle? Merry Christmas for you, my great man. Can you flip the switch? I don't want to go too deep into it. I don't want it to go too deep into it. We're getting ready for Christmas to start about the nasty thoughts of the stock market. We'll do that. We'll do that stuff in 2024. Okay. But this is just distribution, right? This is likely distribution in the stock market. Pat, member for 7 months, says, Merry Christmas to everyone in this awesome community. Sending well wishes to everyone. BCB, enjoy your break, big fella. Well deserved. Pat, thank you, sir. You're a celebrity like Oscar in this community, man. You're very generous, and people are very appreciative of you, of course, including me. But thank you, Pat. And of course, it was very nice to meet you in person. Dang, I've lost everything. Okay. Ryan Chase, Merry Christmas, BCB. Enjoy your time off with your family. You are very much appreciated. Ryan, thank you, sir. Merry Christmas. Reflected Digital says, driving every morning with BCB. Merry Christmas, brother. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you to the 702 crew and Pat, Oscar, and everyone else. Reflected Digital, thank you very much. Very kind, very generous. Appreciate it, brother. Zeesh, member for 4 months. On that pullback to 35K Bitcoin, do you expect to also have a slight final pullback dip when Bitcoin rocketing into that distribution, or no? We'll see, dude. This is just an idea. It's just an idea. You would think in a quick move, there'd probably be a quick move in the altcoin market. Show me a time where Bitcoin just goes whap, and the altcoin market doesn't move with it. It probably would. We'll wait and see, man. Probably would. Sick Thinker, member for 8 months. Thanks for a great year of charts and level-heading thinking, BCB. Merry Christmas to you and this awesome community you have built. I love you all. Sick Thinker, thank you, sir. Kevin says, dude, can you check out the what chart? Okay. Dude, can you check out the Ho chart? Some YouTuber with a beard is saying it'll go 3x in 5 days. Don't give me spicy. I'm just looking for a ho. Eh? Anybody? Christmas joke? He did a Christmas chart joke? I get it. If my wife understood jokes, she would have lost it on that. But she'll just kind of be like, what? But like for dad jokes, my wife is the queen of that stuff. It's unfortunate that she won't be able to get that one. Alberta's Cowboy. Merry Christmas, brother. I listen to you every morning while feeding my cows. You will be missed, sir. Thanks for everything you do. God bless. Imagine that. There's some dude. Okay, look, like this is not a joke. There's a dude in Antarctica who listens. There's dudes in airplanes who listen. There are people on beaches who listen. There's people walking around in cow fields, cow pastures, listening right now. There's people driving cars everywhere. I haven't thought about that yet. Just kind of got it in your pocket, chilling. I'm talking out loud. You're like petting your cow right now, and your cow's like looking at your pocket, and I'm like, hey, hey, what is going on? All right, I'm done. I'm ready for Christmas break. All right, thank you very much. Cougar Love, Merry Christmas, BCB. If you know anything about what's going on with King Solomon, I would like to know he is okay. He should be fine. I'm going to be on his live stream today, unless is there something I don't know about? Let me check his Twitter. I think so. I think everything is fine. I'm going to be on his show in an hour and a half on Twitter. I do know he doesn't post on YouTube much anymore, if that's what you're curious about. If you don't follow him on Twitter, he's on there on Twitter all the time. He's doing mostly Genfinity stuff now. But thank you, Cougar Love. Emmanuel Panish, Kadena, I got to be careful here. I've never heard of that before or seen it in any of my stuff. You got to make sure you're not shilling some garbage. Yeah, it probably is garbage. I'm prepared for it. Definitely has an overwhelmingly massive drawdown. This is ridiculous. What rank is this? This is going to be like rank 500. Let's go look. Rank 200 with volume rank 403. Sorry, no. Gibbs, I'm a lurker. Wishing you and your family and everyone here a Merry Christmas. XRP, let's go. Stephen Edinburgh. Hey, BCB, wishing you and your family the very best for Christmas from Bonnie, Scotland. Many thanks for everything you do. You are my lunchtime comfort blanket. Am I your warm hug? Am I your back scratcher? Thank you, Stephen. And thank you, Gibbs. Litton Dell, you mentioned you are looking at April 2022 highs for POI. Is it possible that some coins do not even get back? Of course it's possible that some don't. Because what we saw in 2021, right? Definitely. Especially things with really high inflation. So important to track their market caps too, especially for the stuff that's just super high inflation. And Filecoin is still one of those ones. So disappointed on that inflation level. I wish they'd just chill out. Everin Yuxel, member for new member. Thank you. Derek Purcell, what's up? Happy Wednesday, BCB. You know how much I appreciate you, and I'm still watching your content, even though I'm focusing on my mental health. Thank you for everything, as always, brother. Derek, step away. The cesspool of Twitter will be there when you get back. The toxicity will still be there. You won't miss out on anything. Just leave it alone and enjoy Christmas. Clip it. Publish it everywhere. Derek, brother, I hope you're doing all right. You are such a rainbow of sunshine out there on social media, dude. You bring light to an otherwise very dark place. So just know you are very appreciated, and definitely take some time for yourself, dude. 6 days off for me, man. It's time for me to take time off for myself and refresh my brain, man. Definitely do that. And you are number one priority. And your efforts on social media do not come before that. So enjoy yourself, and you are appreciated. You are a rainbow of sunshine, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Daniela Bartoli, Merry Christmas, and thank you for all of your work. Thank you. Daniela, one of the 4% of female viewers of the Blockchain Backer channel. Every time I go to an event, I'll run into some ladies and they're like, "Hey, I watch your show. I'm one of the 4%." I'm like, let's go. All right. Daniela, thank you. Keisha Lakshman. Hey, BCB, can you look at the RSI of the Dow and compare it with the RSI of Bitcoin distribution top in 2021? It seems Dow much stronger now, going to be into distribution. Well, because you're depending on the time frame you're looking at, how much time is this from here to here? This is 2 whole years. How much time is it for Bitcoin between here to here? Like 6 to 7 months. So if you're using like daily relative strength index on 2 completely separate time frames where one of them is almost 3 times longer than the other one, they're just not going to look the same up in there. But like, let's look at things like monthly, right? So here's your monthly time frame, and we're not going to go too deep into that. I don't want to go into silly Great Depression talk. Just you see your divergences emerging here, and here's how you're getting up here. We're way above here, even though still way below. So we'll see how things go. Okay, Ryan Doherty says, I've been here since 2020, and I've never heard you give any backstory to the frog. Where did the video come from, and why did you start playing it? I don't remember the first time I played the frog. I also don't remember the first time I brought the frog up on the channel, but I did post... When's the first time I post on Twitter? I posted the frog on Twitter one time, a long time ago. Let's see, Wednesday, my dudes. Let's see if I can find any of them. When is the last time I did it? Oh, dude, your big brother Steve. Look at that. He posted it's Wednesday, my dudes. Okay, but wrong. Okay, I messed this up. I didn't do from BC Backer. That's just some other random dude. Okay. My dudes from BC Backer. Latest. No. Okay. How about Wednesday? I don't know. All right. I've wasted too much of your time. 2,000 people just sitting there while I'm going through Twitter advanced searches over on a different monitor. So I don't know when the first time I heard it was. I don't know why I did it. This channel, the way I try to think of it in the aspect of we're literally watching paint dry every day, right? We're watching paint dry, but then we try to find different parts to talk about and stuff, and then also trying to incorporate education into all of it at the same time. And at some point, just really you got to poke fun a little bit of all of it, just with the insanity of crypto too, and just the emotional ups and downs that everybody goes through. That it just also incorporating just kind of an entertainment value. to it all and being kind of infotainment, right? Like we're learning, teaching things, we're observing, but also having some fun along the way at the same time. And I think it was just one of those things that kind of like the Taylor Swift stuff. Like, I just didn't care. I don't care if like I probably assume 75% of people don't like Taylor Swift, but it's fun for me just to poke at everybody because it's innocent fun. It's like, oh, you're so offended at a blonde girl who sings. Well, you know, it's fun. Like, oh, geez, lost all my respect for you now, BCB, Taylor Swift, really? It's like, well, I mean, you didn't respect me much. That's how I lost you. It's cool. The frog, I just mess with people with the frog, and it's fun. Halfway through the week, you know, the whole hump day's been outdone. You know, hump day, you know, that's been outdone for the last 15 years. The frog is kind of just a fun thing to do. We celebrate the week, and I think it also kind of takes away a lot of the seriousness of the stream on Friday, or on Wednesday, which just kind of makes it fun because Wednesday you're not quite there. You kind of already dragged down from a couple of days of work, but you still have a couple more days to go until the week comes to an end. And so we just kind of add that Friday feel to it, is all I think it was. And I think it was just kind of part of that goofball, just kind of poking fun at, like, we've had the shirts on here for months. And we just kind of noticed, oh, there's a little green one, and everybody gets excited. And then a little red one shows up, and everybody gets really mad and sad. And then a little green happens, and everybody gets thrilled, and a little red. Oh my gosh! Why are we holding XRP? And then a green comes back. And just, you know, it's just making fun of it and having fun. So I don't really have an answer for you. It's probably just developed over the years with the channel of what it's gotten, and, like, you know, everything is still very serious in this market, but there are things where we just kind of have a good time, and the frog is definitely one of them. So I don't know. I don't even know the first place I heard it. I don't know. I don't know. And Delper12 says, UBU, BCB, Swifty backer, until PTW goes Tanya Harding on her. He's too excited for a holiday break. Yeah, I'd say I'm almost mad. I've almost gone nuts. I don't think I've ever grinded so hard leading up to a holiday season before. And I'm not done. I've still got a video that's got to get released, and I still have a live Twitter Spaces over there to do. Which, let me go ahead and retweet that, and then I'm going to wrap this thing up because I'm not doing anything in this stream at this point except just goofing off. Okay, like that. I set a reminder for that. I retweet that. There you go. Okay, it's been retweeted on my Twitter. On my X. It's been re-X'd on my X, guys. When are we going to fix the branding? When? I'm done. One Rough Rican says, Spicy702, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in here. There's been no content on this stream for the last 30 minutes. There's still 2,000 people watching just to hang out. So to you 2,000 people who are here, I almost want to draw you out. I almost want to bring you out. Do I do it? Do we bring the lurkers out before we go by for Christmas? Okay. Don't type. Lurkers, don't type. I just want, like, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to type real quick. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to get your chat out. Mr. Cowman, the guy who's out there with the cows, the guy in Antarctica, or the person on the airplane. You're just going to type, have a nice break. And then the waving emoji or hands emoji, any type of emoji that you can. If you're on a PC, don't worry about the emojis. Just say, have a nice break, or Merry Christmas, or Happy Holidays, whatever it is you want to say. And then I'm going to count down. And we're all going to say Happy Holidays to each other because we are so many lurkers who are just not presently showing themselves, but we're all in this together. We're all listening to Dingus Backer together. And as we get ready. And so I hope you already have it all typed out. I'm going to give you about 5 more seconds to type Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, or have a nice day, have a nice break. And then I'm going to count down from 3. And when I do that, we're going to all hit it together. And I'm going to type it too. I'm going to type in Merry Christmas. And then I'm going to put a little Christmas tree emoji. And then I'm going to put Santa. And I'm going to put a frog. And we'll do sunglasses emoji guy. Okay. And then I'm going to count down from 3. And we're all going to hit it together. And then we're going to wrap this thing up. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Hit it! Go, 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 go. Merry Christmas! There they all are, guys. They're all there. All right, very good. Happy holidays. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, everybody. $44,200 Bitcoin as we head into the break. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for a wonderful year. It's been a turnaround year coming off of a rough 2022. 2022 was kind of closing that chapter and saying good riddance, goodbye. 2023, we can at least look at it with a little bit more of a positive light. And even on things like XRP, where hey, it's up 100% this year. Boo-hoo. I know you probably want more, but it's up 100%. And then you got the regulatory clarity and you relisted on all exchanges. Not all bad, right? One rough weekend. Spicy702, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Oscar Hernandez gifted 5 BCB memberships. Guys, thank you both very much. Hot Tub Brian says Merry Christmas, BCB. Merry Christmas to the lurkers as well. And you guys are still going to town in there. Obviously, a little bit of it is delayed and everybody's typing it all at once and it's still just rolling in. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, during the break, look at that, 44,250. Let us go. Let the go get good. Bueno. Feliz Navidad. All right, I'm done. What are these things that I do? I don't really talk about this thing. Over the break, hey, perfect time to watch 40 videos from me. If you haven't watched them yet, by going to bcbacker.com. And of course, a perfect time to check out the newsletter with all beautiful audio recordings to go along with them right here on blockchainbacker.substack.com. Link in the description. Hot Tub Brian gifted 5 BCB memberships. All right, that is it, guys. I love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the community and part of Markets in the Morning and just watching and liking and super chatting and just being here in the chat. It's weird. I'll see you in a week from now. I can't go out without one more frog before Christmas. Here we go.
It is Wednesday, my It is Wednesday,
That is a wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the show. I saw Ali G became a member. I guess that was maybe a gifted one. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you all in a week from now. Keep your eyes out for the video coming out soon. Keep your eyes out for the interview over there on Twitter in an hour and a half with Genfinity. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Be safe. Love your family. Be appreciative of the things that you have. You have a roof over your head. If you have a vehicle to drive, you're doing better than most people. If you have water, if you have food, you are doing better and most of your needs are satisfied. Remember that. Life is good. All right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like Eric. Okay, Eric, I'm giving it to you. You do it every day. You wait till my outro. Eric, thank you. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you could, please like this live stream and give it a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor. But if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, Just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.